So as we sit here and talk about the next set of hosts for the Africa Cup of Nations, we cannot go on without dwelling on the absolute shambles, and I'm telling you, it's a bloody shambles, the Algeria bids were for these tournaments, right? Now, we know for a fact Algeria put in bids to host both the 2025 and the 2027 editions of the Africa Cup of Nations on the back of a successful hosting of the African Nations Championship back right at the start of the year. Days in the run-up to the announcement, withdrew from the entire bidding process because we haven't got the facilities for that big man. Honestly, it's a shambles, right? And to be honest, that's probably the sensible thing to do. But the fact that we bid in the first place and then realise actually our stuff's a bit crap, it's unbelievable. We want to bring the whole of Africa. We've gone to CAF and said, hi Dr. Patrice, right, whatever his name is, the South African geezer, the president, gone up to him and said, we'd like to host your showpiece, most important multi-billion million event, the AFCON. Okay, we want you to bring 24 teams to Algeria and play this tournament, right? We can't even play in the bloody stadiums ourselves, right? We can't train in Sidi Moussa. This is us, and we'd have the best one. That's the best of the bunch. We cannot train in Sidi Moussa. We've had to train God knows where in the East, practically on the Tunisian border, right? We have to show our passports to train, flipping Tunisian border force. We're playing in Constantine. We're playing in Annaba these past couple of times. We can't play on these pitches because we can't train in Sidi Moussa, and we can't play in brand new stadiums, right? These are brand new state-of-the-art stadiums, allegedly. I'm talking Baraki. I'm talking the Tizi Ouzou Stadium. I'm talking the new stadium in Oran. We literally have new stadiums. They were built as part of the bids, and we can't even play there ourselves. And we want to bring the rest of the continent to play there. So don't be shocked or surprised for 1 second that Algeria have failed in these bids to host these tournaments. Because on this front, like always when it comes to infrastructure, admin, that sort of stuff, we're one of the worst in the continent. Anyway, enough about that. So AFCON 2025 will be in Morocco, and that is 10 years after they are actually awarded the competition. Remember, AFCON 2015, Morocco did win the bid. They just didn't host the tournament because they didn't want Algeria, off the back of that Brazil World Cup, to come there and win it on their turf, because we were the best in Africa at that time. Going into the AFCON, we had the Brazil World Cup summer 2014, the AFCON in Morocco Jan 15. You know, we took the world champions Germany to extra time. So many people expected Algeria to win that tournament. Ivory Coast, of course, beat us and won it themselves. But Morocco didn't want Algeria to win it there, even though we didn't. And I think they said it was the Ebola outbreak or something. So that tournament got moved last minute. It's very common, these AFCONs moving last minute, isn't it? So Morocco will now host 2025. And you have to say it's very difficult, particularly with the crop of young players they're getting. And you expect them to get more. You know, Ammi Nadli's a huge pull from Leverkusen. And the players they've got, you know, Ezalzouli, and I know Lamine Yamal was a big blow, but in Morocco, I can't see anyone beating them and winning it there. I think Morocco at home in 25 will win it, and it also coincides with the 50th anniversary of the last Africa Cup of Nations that they won. So it would be quite poetic. They go 50 years without a trophy, have it back home, and then win it at home. And I genuinely can't see, you know, like, especially with Fauzi Lecter upstairs, referees, and they have got good players. This is the central thing. They have got a good team. I mean, you only got to watch the World Cup to do that. I wish that Regragui would let them play out a bit more. Because when they played the French, they actually played some nice football. One of their best performances on the eye. And they actually got robbed a bit when Boufal should have had a penalty at 1-0. So I think 25 Morocco host, and I think Morocco win. But Algeria will be licking their lips because the last AFCON Algeria one was in North Africa. And when Egypt were awarded the host, again, last minute in 2019, in the summer, we thought, oh no way, 0% Algeria are going to win an AFCON in Egypt. And then we went and won the whole bloody thing. So you never know what could happen. Of course, Algeria will have a lot of fans in Morocco. And I think if the two teams met each other, it would be unreal carnage, particularly in the final. But very difficult to see anyone other than Morocco winning that AFCON in 2025. I think that's fair as well. I mean, these guys, they're not just like us trying to host AFCONs. Morocco are trying to host World Cups. And the upcoming World Cup in, you know, America, Mexico, Canada, Morocco came second to actually try and host that. And I wish they would have got that. And now we've got to wake up at God knows what time to watch these games in the States. So if Morocco are going for big boy World Cups, more than capable of hosting an AFCON, they'll have great AFCON. They've got great stuff unlike us in terms of the hotels, infrastructure. They're going to fill stadiums But it's going to be hostile, and officials and VAR, there'll be a lot of pressure. I mean, they had VAR just for the Brazil friendly, didn't they? You know, there's a variety of factors for me that say Morocco win that tournament, and probably deservedly so on the balance of all things being equal. She's in the process just gone. Ivory Coast qualify as hosts. So being Zambia and Comoros, one of them don't get to make it, and it's a bit harsh. It's very harsh, but of course that's the benefits of being in pot one. You aren't drawn with Ivory Coast. So can't say I'm too surprised, and of course it being in Morocco in 25 means a lot of people in Europe that are African football fans can easily go to this tournament, myself included. So I hope, inshallah, that I can go to this Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What are your predictions? Can Algeria go far in Morocco? Yes, but I don't think we'll win it. We'll have to see what happens in the future. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. I'll see you next time.